Leo, hey, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. I hope you had a fabulous wrap up to your birthday season. We have officially moved into Virgo. We had a new moon in Virgo as well to kick off the season. And now we're kind of in the building phases of Virgo season. Virgo energy is really nice because it gives us an opportunity to focus on our health, our well-being. It is earth energy, so we're giving ourselves more stability, more grounding, things that actually cultivating a strong foundation platform from which to work from. Leo season kind of helped us put ourselves out front and center, see who was biting, so to speak, like what kind of feedback we could get or people that were willing to come on board, collaborate. We did definitely have to invest in ourselves during that time too, finding our own pride, our own courage, our own value of worth, the ability to make things happen, believe that we can make things happen. And I feel like this Virgo season is a little bit back to the drawing board. We don't have a lot going on astrologically this week, or I should say we don't have anything new. Like a lot of it is just stuff that we've been dealing with already. We're wrapping up August, moving into September here within the next week. And so it's, like I said, it's a great time to just take care of your mental, emotional, physical well-being. That's why I like to start off the readings with an energy cleansing as well. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out those places we might feel blocked or limited. It's a great time to set your own intention, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind that you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. It really is a great way to personalize these collective readings. Spirit is always looking to speak to us. We just have to listen. And yeah, I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are just looking for more of a realignment of self, your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we are aligned in self, like I was talking about from the beginning, or in the beginning, we're actually able to manifest our happiness, our abundance, our fulfillment that much easier because we have that strong foundation to work from, because we know ourselves and what we want, what we need, etc. in order to achieve. And I would love to help support that in whatever way for you, Leo. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so we may see and understand the messages clearly. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Ooh. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Leo. So the energy I'm picking up from you is, I feel like you're trying to be okay. That's what I kept seeing you like putting on a smiling face regardless of what's going on. It's not me. This message has been popping up for us a lot in the collective, right? It's so easy to take on responsibility of other people's stuff, especially if they're projecting it onto us. Number one, like, well, you do this, or, what, this was your idea or whatever. Or it might just even be the way, like, someone wants you to do something and then you're not doing it. There's like some manipulation undertones. I don't know if you're specifically being manipulated by a specific person right now. This feels more like something you're trying to hide within yourself. And again, this isn't deep, dark secrets. I'm not, unless you have, I mean, I guess we all do, but it doesn't have that vibe around it. It has this vibe of like, you're just, maybe there's something that you are thinking over that you wish shoulda, woulda, coulda done differently, etc. You have a reunion in mind. We're in a space where there's so much changing in the collective right now. Like, so much is being reshuffled. Pluto moving into Aquarius. We have 3 planets, outer planets in retrograde, as well as Chiron, which is the wound healer. So we're kind of doing some deeper spiritual work, whether you recognize it or not. It's just like bigger learning lessons, deeper learning lessons, and specifically surrounding people, situations that we're coming into contact with that aren't really aligning with our vision moving forward. Pluto in Aquarius gives us an opportunity to change, I should say, like, align more with the things that actually fill our heart with excitement, passion. Aquarian energy it's hope, it's peaceful, it's inventive, it's creative, it's breaking beyond the norm, the boundaries, etc. And we're seeing that happen all across the board, whether it's in, politics, celebrity, the world, world economy. I don't know, sorry, I'm not the person to talk to about that stuff, obviously. But what I will say is you definitely see it like all across the board in popular culture, right? There is really this revamping, this shifting. Sorry for my tangent, but a lot of, so reunion in your overarching energy, and then we have the mirror effect in your blocked energy. So we often forget that like attracts like, right? Like, we often forget that what we don't like about a person, about a situation, generally reflects something within ourselves. And again, I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer in this reading, because topically this week, it looks like you have options. That's what I'm seeing. You have options. I'm seeing some type of reconnection. It does feel like past energy, or you're contemplating it, or, maybe you randomly run into this person situation this week and you kind of are confronted with it and you have to deal. And I don't know, to me, it's almost like this is that going back to that original channeled message. Like, you haven't really made a decision one way or another about someone or something. And that's where I feel like that repression is coming into play, right? Oh, and actually, as I'm saying that, we have the repression card. So maybe you're not 100% ready for whatever this is, but you're thinking about it. It's on your mind. And it does look like you've gained some knowledge, some information that is really helping with this. But again, I don't necessarily see you either putting a lot of effort into it, or it might just be one of those things you're trying to leave on the back burner. Specifically because of this mirroring effect, it is really hard to look at those things, like why someone, like, it's hard to kind of do that deep dive of awareness into ourselves when we're not liking what someone else is doing, especially because it's like, it's way easier to point the finger and to blame. Well, that's their shit, and that's what they got to handle, they got to manage, etc. And I don't want to be a part of it, or, we make judgments, etc. But we have the Strength card coming off. And you're coming out with Page of Cups, Nine of Cups. So again, really confirming this offer that you're interested in making. It's small, it's simple. I feel like maybe you don't know what territory you would be stepping back into if you did hypothetically reach out to someone. Someone does look like they are on the defensive. Also, I'm hearing for some of you, this is like a separate message, but you might have to kind of put someone in their place. I'm hearing like challenge someone. We have Queen of Pentacles energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, that you're dealing with. Someone who, there's a lot of snakes. There's a lot of snakes around whoever this person is. Usually snakes symbolize a shady energy. Someone who's trying to get away with something, right? Like, and the Queen of Pentacles is really good at appearing grounded. Like, she has her stuff together. But in reality, this is a lot of like her own selfish interests. And I feel like something around this is not vibing with you anymore, right? But I think you're having a hard time pinpointing it. Because Two of Wands is in your energy now. I feel like this is a newer energy for you. Like maybe before you were on board, or like you had kind of like set your opinions, your decision, your perspective in a certain way, and you didn't think you'd have to go back and readdress it. But now it kind of looks like some things are happening that you're just like turned off by, or you're just like, this doesn't make any sense. And that's it's mainly because whomever, whatever this is more interested in like their own success, their own victory. I'm feeling like some of this stuff is seeping through the cracks, right? Like I'll clarify a little bit more on this Queen of Pentacles, excuse me. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, come up, okay. This is someone who's like skirting around the issue. I don't know. This is someone who's like trying to force something or make something work, even if it's completely broken, you know? Even if it's smashed to pieces, they're like, let's get the glue and let's put this back together. And I don't think that's a reality, right? I don't think that's a reality. And I think that you're kind of in this place where you're like seeing that really clearly, and you're like, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would we put all this effort into something that's obviously broken? They're giving someone something, a lot of benefit of the doubt. We have the Emperor showing up, Aries energy. Queen of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with any of those signs. When the court cards pop up, from the way I do readings, it's just someone that embodies those energies. So it doesn't necessarily have to be those birth dates or those zodiac signs, etc. So just kind of take it how it resonates. Like I said, the Queen of Pentacles is very put together. She's very poised. You know, she kind of has this level of stubbornness, stability about her. But like I said, whomever this Queen of Pentacles is to you, it does look like they have ulterior motives. And again, I see that you see this, but I think so it puts new options on the table for you, because now you're kind of just like, oh shit, well, what do I do, right? I'm seeing some things that I don't really like. It's making me stressed out. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, and I don't like this, you know? What I do love is you're going back to your roots is what I'm hearing. So a lot of times it's so easy to get caught up in other people's drama, other people's BS, right? Like, weren't we talking about that in the very beginning? Taking on responsibility for other people's choices. Again, maybe once upon a time you agreed with this person, but I don't think that that's there anymore. And it looks like whatever they're trying to work out or give options or like figure out for themselves, it's gonna fall flat. And you know this. And I feel like that's kind of where you go back to this point of stability for yourself this week, Leo, because it's like you don't, again, like home safety. And hopefully you have a safe space that you can go back to, that you can rely on, where you can feel comfortable, where you can kind of plug in, rejuvenate, recharge, and then address some of these situations. It does feel like this is supportive family or friends who feel like family, people that are actually like not just telling you what you want to hear, but looking at things from that diplomatic perspective. I feel like that's where you're going to get the best insight on how to move forward. I am magic. I know that I am the only person who can bring forth the creativity that lives in my body. This goes back to that value of manifestation, right? When we realize the hard truth of mirroring the energy we don't like, or we don't like that we have to deal with, it gives us an opportunity to grow out of it, to move beyond it, to not let it be our limiting force. And that's where the magic comes in. Yeah, it's work. Yes, it sucks. Yes, we wish it wasn't that way. But at the same time, this is part of like really empowering yourself to overcome this situation instead of staying, the sideline. I love this. I'm the main character. Instead of playing someone else's supporting role. And you might be doing that supporting role with this Queen of Pentacles, Emperor type energy. I know that I am the only one who determines how my story unfolds. Remember, you have choices, Leo. You have choices. You don't have to set something in stone because you said it once upon a time. It's totally fine to change your decision or your opinion or your approach. It might get a little bit of backlash, but again, Ten of Pentacles is really signaling that you do have supportive energy and to take advantage of that. We've been seeing this a lot in the collective. It's detaching the energy from people who are sucking us dry, who are energetic vampires, or just roping us into their drama, making their problems our problems. It's disconnecting, creating some autonomy, and then making choices and decisions from there. I am magnetic. I know that I will attract everyone and everything aligned with my purposes. I love that. And I feel like that's spirit confirming to maintain that level of like interaction with people who love you, who support you, who really do have your best interest in mind and aren't like not listening to like your advice or what you're saying or your perspective around it, because whatever this Queen of Pentacles is, she has other motivations. Just kind of remember that. There's other things going on for her in the background. She wants it to be her own way, and you know, there's not much you can do about that. You just got to adjust how much you are showing up in this dynamic to give yourself a little bit more stability, right? All right, Leo, thank you so much for all your time, all your energy. I super appreciate the support, the love to the channel. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.